All right, hello everyone. It is the full moon in Scorpio, and I've made this chart, and I just want to go over a few things with everyone. So I made a few videos, and some is taking a while to upload, so I figured I'll make another one. So don't mind the moving of the camera. So we have the full moon in Scorpio happening the 29th and the 30th April 2018. And we know Scorpio is a water sign. And the tarot card that represents that is the death card, meaning transformation, meaning end. So it doesn't always have to be physical death. It can be a transformation. And it's a 13 card, 13th major arcana in the tarot deck. And those cards are like the definite cards, right? Where the other suits, you can change them. And it's quite interesting that it is 13, right? As 13 represents upheaval or destruction, and that doesn't even have to be negative. It's an ending, something that just needs to end, right? And starting something positive and new. So we have Pluto and Mars in Capricorn, and without going too heavily into it, because it's mostly about what you can meditate on for this full moon in Scorpio. And what do you need to think of? Because this is the completion time. The full moon is a completion time. So how can you find that completion 3 days before the full moon, during the full moon time, 3 days after? Very powerful time around that. But what I've noticed for this full moon is that from the 20th of April, a lot of things have been happening globally, but also you can notice that personally too, if you have. So back to Pluto and Mars in Capricorn is looking at the Pluto energy of unpredictability, right? So with this Pluto energy, even yesterday, unpredictable things, happening, and also secrets revealed. Anything hidden is what Pluto is about. And it's about power and control issue, Pluto. Mars is the war planet, the fighting, right? Energy. But it's also the energy of desire and action and our animal instincts. So that's happening in Capricorn, which is about work. So anything that has to do with work and being organized is the earth energy of Capricorn. So you're looking at your work. If your work is your issue, then how can you limit things or get rid of things that's blocking you, that is not allowing you to reach your goal? But Capricorn also asks you to reach your goal very slowly so that you can gain what you want with balance, with ease, okay? So that's what that energy is asking you to look at. And we're in the time, the season of Taurus, where all these Taurus birthdays are happening, right? So Taurus asks us to be grounded in this water energy of Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is about survival, really, okay? It's about letting go of what you don't need anymore. It's about fending for yourself, right? That healing water, that fiery water. It's like it's soothing, but that water gives you strength. You can think of Scorpio water as a powerful strength water. Okay, think of it that way. But we're in Taurus season, so we have to look at how can we ground this transformation, make the transformation more balanced, more easy, right? And Taurus energy is about balance, prosperity, the home. It's about money. It's about security. So security can take different forms, but feeling secure is what the earth energy of Taurus is. And you apply it to the full moon of Scorpio to find change, but find change that is balanced. That's a way of looking at it. We have retrograding planets right now. We have Jupiter, we have Saturn, and we have Pluto. Jupiter is about expansion, okay? It's about growth and opportunity. And if you feel like you're not having enough growth, luck, fortune, opportunity, then what needs to be done is to look at what's causing you to feel that. Because once you work through it and you work with that Jupiter energy, you take action and things will happen. And Jupiter retrograde started March 9th and it ends July 10th. So by July 10th, what can you do now to work on letting go of things that's holding you back, or you feel is holding you back or not allowing you to grow? With the Pluto retrograde, it's about secrets being revealed, okay? Unpredictable outbursts of information. So power and control issues. So from April 22nd to October 1st, will end this Pluto retrograde. So work on issues where you're holding secrets, you're holding on to hidden truths, just being truthful with yourself and not fearing losing power or losing control, but realizing that holding on to certain things is really not necessary or needed, because it's going to stop that growth, okay? That expansion of Jupiter. Saturn, the Lord of karma. Saturn is about restriction and limitation. So some restrictions is good, some limitations is good to hold on to balance, okay? So that Saturn energy is asking you to look at your actions, because your actions is your karma. There's no time. Time is not bound to anything. There's no bound to time. Time will find that right timing, that right cycle for you to receive your karma, your good karma from your actions, many blessings, or your lesson from not doing what you need to get done to better yourself, or if you've been acting in a negative way towards someone else. So that karma comes around. So looking at how you can be a teacher, because Saturn is a teacher. So maybe you feel like you need to be guided right now. And how can you be guided? By really restructuring your actions, having a new change for your actions, and then applying that. You might notice with Saturn that people are not being responsible or really getting away with their actions. You know, maybe the rules not being applied in the right way, and finding the right way of handling that karma coming around, right? That balance, that restriction, just having limitations to things that are not good. So too much of something is not good, right? And you realize that maybe someone is getting away with something, the rules is not applying to someone in a certain way. It might seem that way to you, but in actuality, the rules are being applied and they're not really getting off easily, okay? So not to worry if you're judging someone else, maybe looking at yourself and seeing, okay, where can I make changes within myself? Okay. So at this time, you want to look at ways that you can really heal yourself and make yourself better. Okay. Ask yourself, how can I heal myself? How can I move forward? How can I make myself better than I am right now? And right now we have Venus in Gemini. We have Gemini sextiling Chiron, which means that finding balance between your communication and your willingness to help and heal others. So making sure that you know how to heal yourself, communicate with yourself. Chiron is the wounded the wounded warrior, if you will, or our deepest wounds. So how can you communicate better with yourself to heal yourself, right? How can you bring that energy towards you and communicate better with yourself, having more love for yourself, more loving words to yourself, finding harmony, finding balance, finding peace, right? How can you get along better with yourself? Okay, how can you appreciate your own talents? You know, it's about opening up a new pathway for yourself with the Chiron and Gemini energy and communication and that Venus energy of love. So how can you grow by being in harmony with yourself? Okay, being in harmony with the healer and the teacher of yourself. What can you teach yourself? How can you heal yourself? And in healing yourself, you're healing others. Okay, but what if you can't heal yourself? Then you're in trouble. So, you know, really looking for a new pathway of growth for yourself. And don't miss this opportunity of the new moon in Scorpio, because Scorpio is all about letting go of what's not working, being at peace with something dying, being at peace with transformation, because maybe this needs to end so that you can actually get what you really want. And the face of what you really want doesn't look like what you think it does. Okay, it could look like something totally different. And it's the willingness to be helpful to yourself and to give yourself strength and ease and encourage yourself and inspire yourself. And when you do that, you can inspire others. Okay, so with this full moon in Scorpio, it's about what you can let go of and realizing that karma and everything is going to take care of itself. You just have to really be focused on yourself, and also knowing that the right things are happening, you know, for the community and for self. But when we start with ourselves and we look at ourselves, we can really be stronger to tackle things that is social, right? With that Saturn energy. But we first have to apply karma to ourselves, and then we can really find true balance in our global community, right? So this full moon in Scorpio is asking yourself, where can you change within yourself? And find a meditation, find a mantra for yourself for that, if you want to do that. You know, EFT tapping is another alternative meditation, right? Pen to paper, the old-fashioned way, pros and cons, every full moon and new moon, writing down the pros and cons. So hopefully this video helps you. And if you are watching it, don't be afraid to click like, because there's enough views for you to see this. So click like, and if you're too shy to click like, then I hope this video helps you anyway. Okay, so enjoy this full moon in Scorpio. Let go of what you need to let go of. Find your power, find your leadership, find your moments to think. The actions that we're taking that you see on the board here is our communication, our transformation, finding new pathways, the core matters of everything, our core matters and our community core matters, our desires, our survival. How are we surviving, right? That primal surviving. I didn't really get into it too much, but the Aries, what I wrote down, the Aries is about that Mars action, right? Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars and Pluto, right? We were talking about Mars and Pluto and Capricorn. So that Mars energy is our desires, our actions, our survival instinct, anger, aggression when it comes to our work, right? In that Capricorn power struggle energy, right? So we want to find new ways of surviving that offers balance, that doesn't offer so much destruction. We want to look at why we're angry, right? We want to look at the karma of being angry. We want to look at secrets, right, that are being revealed right now in this full moon. We want to look at power and how we use it, control and how we use it, and the growth is how can we grow from these experiences, these actions? How can we grow from actions of others, actions of ourselves, our experience, others' experience? How can we grow from this? Okay, happy full moon in Scorpio. And I'll see you guys for the next new moon in May. Peace.